One of the weirdest feelings over this first week of unemployment has been the idea of usefulness and how I am so accustomed to my whole week being peppered with, hey, do you have a minute? Hey, can you help me out? Because I had been with my company for so long, I had a lot of institutional knowledge that people would just come to me, for, and if I couldn't help, fix whatever issue they were dealing with, then I certainly could point them in the right direction. And so much of my value, I feel like, at least my self-value, is tied to being useful. And so this past week, as I've been just kind of, focusing on me and what I need to do in order to find that next job, is how can I be useful to people? Because that is something that is just, ingrained in me, and I feel like I'm not doing a whole heck of a lot if I'm not being useful to people. So I have been, reaching out to my son and running over to the dorm, hey, you need anything? And bringing him stuff, or, picking him up and taking him to class a couple of times because I felt like I needed to do something productive, or at least something for some other people. I've been meeting with friends, for coffee or for lunch, and, talking to them and listening in that conversation for is there anything that I can do to help this person out or be of service to this person, even if it's just letting them talk and then repeating, what I hear them saying back to them and kind of just giving my 2 cents. And that is something that's important to me, is being of service to other people. And right now, I don't feel like I'm doing much of that, in comparison to, what I have been doing for the past, 25 years or so. This reminds me of the beginning of the movie The Incredibles, where Mr. Incredible is used to being a superhero for decades or something like that, and for some reason that I can't remember, he had to stop being a superhero and take a desk job at some insurance agency or something like that. And he was just dying inside because he has these superpowers. He wants to help people. I think he sneaks out at night to go solve crime and fight bad guys and stuff like that, because that is just a part of him, and that is what he is driven by. And similar to that, I'm just looking for ways that I can be of service to other people. So whether it's reaching out to my son, seeing what I can do, reaching out to friends and meeting up with them and kind of listening to see what I can do for them. Or my aunt is moving across country, and so I've been going over to her house a little bit and helping her pack and take the nails out of the walls and get her ready to move. Now, that's not exactly putting on spandex and fighting crime, but that is my version of it, of what is it that I feel like I'm good at, that I can do and be of service to other people. That is what I enjoy doing with my spare time. It's better than spending a lot of time on LinkedIn. I have posted my feelings about LinkedIn many, many times over the years. I don't care for it. I think there is a lot of inauthenticity there. And spending too much time on LinkedIn, especially right now, as I'm kind of having to do that every day to find what are the new job postings that I'm interested in and looking to apply for, you see a lot of that junk. And I don't think it's a good use of my time. I don't think anyone has looked at someone's post on LinkedIn and said oh my goodness, that was a astute thought and I'd like to hire this person. Give them a call. I don't know that happens in real life. So instead of doing that, I'm going back to my default, which is being of service and thinking how I can be of service to people in my life, to people even who are watching this video. If there's anything that you think that I could do to be of service to you, stranger, hey, let me know in the comments. I'd be happy to try. If there's anything I can do from a internet standpoint, of distance from you, what can I do to help serve you, the people who are kind enough to watch my videos and give it likes and nice comments. I've been, really blessed with so many really nice comments, over the past couple of years from this community. So thank you so much. If there's anything I can do for you, I'd love to do it. So let me know in the comments. Until then, stay off LinkedIn unless you absolutely have to, and I'll talk to you soon. See you later.